You can make a whole bunch of money selling sports banners to schools. It's a side hustle that no one thinks about, and anyone can do it. That means you too. Put that little demon of yours to work and scoop up all that money. I have 8 kids, so I'm always looking for ways to put them to work and capitalize on ways to get back at their schools by taking all your money and your taxes. Let me show you how to do this. My name is Jake. I own highresponsemarketing.com and printingforsupercheap.com. Today I'm showing you how to make money selling these school sports banners. Now, I never played sports in school. I was always really small. I used to be super skinny. I was just a little tiny kid. It was good to go to big school. There's no sports I could do. I wish I knew about cross country. I would have done that, but I didn't know it existed. I was a terrible student. But now I realize how much money parents spend on kids for their sports stuff, the school spend. It's insane. And I'm going to show you how to capitalize on that. I just printed a bunch of these banners that I'm going to talk about. They look like this. This is my man Samuel. I like 24 by 36. That's a perfect size. It's a pretty big size. And you make something similar to this. Sports teams use these all the time, especially for senior days. If you're not familiar with that, there'll be like a senior night, senior days, senior game. It's usually like a home game or a home meet, and they honor the seniors that are on the team. Depending on the size of school you have, you may have a few, you may have a whole ton of them. In general, they give the seniors a little more recognition, and these banners are perfect for that. So they string them up, they put them up on the fences, whatever, they hang them up in the gym, they put the seniors on there, and each one gets a fancy banner. And all these places do is they go find a printer, a lot of times online or a local place, and they pay a fortune. They've got to pay someone to design it. They pay all this money. This might as well be you. You might as well make this money. If you've got a good printing wholesale source like me, printingforsupercheap.com, you can charge a reasonable amount that's even less than what they're paying elsewhere, and you'll capture the difference. You'll be making a little margin of profit. You can have your kids do this. You can do this. Doesn't matter. Go on Etsy. Just search Google. It's sports banners, senior banners, something like that. You'll see they usually range from like $40 to $50 or $60. Then you may have tax, you may have shipping, which is a pretty fair price. You know, you put them on nice full color vinyl. The vinyl comes in different thicknesses, but grommets, whether it has grommets on the end and stuff, it's a pretty reasonable price. But you can wholesale these much cheaper. You can even sell these for less than that and still make a profit. The great thing is you can design these on Canva. So you can use free graphics software. Anyone can do it. And this is where really, if you have kids, if you have like teenagers or you have grandkids or whatever, or even yourself, anyone can do this. Like anyone can make these on Canva. Years ago, you would have to use Adobe software. You would have to hire a designer. It was a real challenge to try to get any of this kind of stuff made because it would cost so much to do, or you'd have to buy templates. You'd be at the mercy of a print shop. Now with Canva, anyone can do it. Like literally, you could even do it on your phone. If you have kids, they're going to be able to do this. And you don't have to pay. You have to pay a minimum wage or less. Your old personal slaves, or you can literally put them to work. Like this can be their job. They can do there's so many things with banners. Just think about, let's just bring up the opportunity of this. There's a ton of school sports, right? There's cheerleading, there's volleyball, softball, basketball, lacrosse, football, rowing, golf, bowling, wrestling, swim, track and field, cross country. There's even other things outside of school that would be like martial arts, boxing, dance, gymnastics. These parents they go crazy for this kind of stuff. They go insane. They love seeing their kids on I understand. You got that little jerk ears that you want to put in the spotlight or whatever. They made it through school, so that's a big achievement. I didn't make it through school, so they got further than me. Make these banners. You sell them for a reasonable price. You capture the difference. You look like a hero. You make so many connections. You meet people, influential people. You get the head Karen of the PTA. I'm just joking. Schools spend a bunch of money. Parents spend even more. Parents will spend all sorts of graduation banners and all sorts of school events and prom. You can become the banner person. You have a kid, you can get them selling all this stuff. They're going to make a bunch of money. You're going to make a bunch of money. And it's keeping the money local. It's keep the money in your pocket, in your local pocket. There's also sports that I'm probably not even thinking of. You know, something you live in the out west, probably some cactus hopping or something. I don't know what's out there. But I would like to see in other countries because they got some weird stuff. In UK, where they got the, what's that thing they do? And the big wheel or whatever. They ride that bike with the giant wheel in front of it. I'd love to see a banner for that. Or Australia, they got the boomerang, the guy who throws the strongest boomerang. They're going to have parents that say, can you do it for my kid's graduating next year? And you become this banner person just selling a ton of these banners. I swear, no one else is doing this. Like, you're not going to run into anyone else doing this, and these parents are going to struggle finding places. They're going to be on Etsy paying $60 a banner. You're not going to have to give your kids an allowance anymore because they're going to be making all these banners for you. Go on Etsy and just look for inspiration. Just go on Canva and search sports banners, sports templates. You're going to see a ton. You can go on Etsy and look at other ones and look for inspiration. You can create almost anything in Canva. I promise you, you can do it. You're probably wondering how much these will cost you. I can't really give that information out in public because I own printingforsupercheap.com, and I will give you special rates if you hit me up in an email, jake@printingforsupercheap.com. My contact information is below. Me or one of my minions are going to get back to you, and we'll give you special pricing on these. I don't want to put it out there publicly. But also, it depends on how many you're doing. If you're doing 10 of these or 20 or 30, the shipping will be spread across. If you're doing one, you know, the shipping is on one versus doing 10. So it gets cheaper based on, so sometimes the shipping, so that's a variable. And also the thickness of the banner. The banners are different thicknesses. You know, they're this one that we like to use is a pretty thick vinyl. It's a really durable vinyl, but you can go a little bit cheaper too. You can go on a real cheap 13 ounce. These ones we do are 15. We can do 18 ounce too. There is so much opportunity in this. Like, it's crazy. The opportunity is so high. The connections that you'll make, the other things that you can sell, it's a great hustle. I really want you to try this. Just shoot me an email for wholesale price. It doesn't matter where you get these, because as long as you can get it cheaper than what you can sell it for and make it in Canva for free, you're good to go. But we can ship anywhere. I can have it to you in a couple days, no matter where you are in the country. So I'd check out my information below, and I'd sign up to my newsletter and check out my other videos and see what other ways to make money and get out of that job, get out of that stupid job, that freaking job that's been paralyzing you. Sit at an office or whatever stupid job you're doing. You should be making banners and selling print and helping businesses with their marketing. It's a much better use of your time than clocking in for the man. If you have any questions, hit me up. Watch the next video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Leave me a comment if this helped.